We'll start our session in a couple of minutes. We are just hoping more people to join into the session. So I think maybe in a couple of minutes we'll start the entire training session. So today we are going to cover Tajikistan. Mr. Dodarbe, can you hear me? We're expecting more people to join, so we'll be starting in a few minutes. Please bear with us. Mr. Rashid, can you hear me? Mr. Kashif Rashid, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Deveshji.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So warm welcome to all the participants today who have joined this training session of Tajikistan. And I hope you all are keeping safe. You all are staying at home, looking after yourself, maintaining social distance, which is, the basic which we can do in this crisis situation of pandemic corona. Um, uh, we all are praying that this issue should be eradicated as soon as possible, and all government agencies should come together and they should work on eradicating this problem as soon as they can. Today we are going to talk about Tajikistan as a tourist destination. And as you all are knowing that from past 4 or 5 days, Dook International has been organizing training sessions for our travel partners, and the only purpose to do that is so our people, our travel agents, our partners can understand these unexplored destinations. And we understand it for a fact that in busy schedule we normally do not get time to go through the very basic details of any country, which are very important when you think of promoting tourism to any sector. So here we are. This is an initiative taken by our directors, Mr. Gopal Kapoor and Mr. Sandeep Kumar Gupta. And for those who do not know much about our company, I must let them know that we are a DMC, a destination management company, specifically focused on CIS sector. CIS stands for Commonwealth of Independent States. It is all about those 11 countries which were separated from USSR in 1991. Primarily, we're talking about Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Armenia, Georgia, Ukraine, Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Bulgaria, Serbia, Belarus, and Moldova. And while we talk about these countries, we talk about how Indian traveler can go to these destinations and feel like home. You know, uh, we as a destination company, we ensure that whenever our Indian clients are going to these sector to these countries, they shouldn't face any issues. Some basic requirement which Indian clients have, they should be fulfilled. And of course, they should get a friendly atmosphere while they are traveling to these destinations. We are about a 10-year-old company, and we are hoping to push more on this sector as much as we can. Uh, I must inform our travel partners that Duke has come up with a travel portal called Agent Connect. Now, the main purpose to come up with this portal is to ensure that every travel agent should get to know with the updated details. Now, we used to get this issue on a regular basis with the travel agents that they were unaware of our inventory, they were unaware of our fixed departures and the dates and the number of seats which we have. So this portal can actually give them an insight, can give them a clear idea on how many seats we have in any particular departure and at what price we are selling to B2B market. And of course, at the same time, they can go ahead and initiate the booking as well. So this is one platform where they can go ahead and connect with our company. And at one platform, they can get each and every information which they're looking for. They just need to go to our website, dukeinternational.com, and click on this link, Agent Connect. It's a free of cost registration. You're not paying anything for this registration at all. So let's talk about the country Tajikistan, which we are going to promote now today, and we are going to tell you the basics of this destination, and how to connect to this country. To talk about this, we have a special guest from Tajikistan, Mr. Buzurg, who has joined us from Tajikistan, Dushanbe city today. Mr. Buzurg, if you can hear me, can you just confirm if you can hear me well? Can you hear me, Mr. Buzurg? Okay, just bear with us. We're just trying to get the connection established with our guest partner from Tajikistan. Just give me one moment while I initiate the connection. Okay, I think that our guest has joined now, Mr. Buzurg. You're there online. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Buzurg? Let's try to connect with him one more time. Just a moment.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, Mr. Buzurg. Welcome to the session. Thank God you connected. Yes, we can hear you well.
Sorry for being late. I have some system error.
No problem. Good to see you, Mr. Buzurg. Mr. Buzurg, today we have joined you with our travel partners from the entire country, from different parts of the country. And today we have gathered to talk about your country, Tajikistan. And the purpose to talk about is, this is a crucial situation when everybody is at home, the business is suffering. So we thought of utilizing this time in understanding the destinations and increasing our knowledge base. And this is the reason we have invited you today to our session. I hope everything is fine in Tajikistan. How's Dushanbe city doing right now?
Thank you. Big thanks, Mr. Devesh. Dushanbe is fine. At the moment, officially, we have no this virus COVID-19, but we are in quarantine. At the moment,
so this is wonderful, Mr. Buzurg, that in Tajikistan there are 0 cases registered of COVID-19. We are hopeful, and we would pray that you shouldn't get this virus at all. You should just stay the way you are. And this is actually a good news that some country we're working with is actually free from virus.
Yes, thank you for this good words. But at the moment, we are making some jobs for it. Now all hotels are closed at the moment. Travel is not working. Also, but schools and universities are open at the moment.
They are open at the moment. Okay. So, Mr. Buzruk, let us start with the destination information right now. So, can you, I'm going to start with the very basic of Tajikistan. The basic starts with the history of the country. Can you give us a brief idea about, Tajikistan as a tourist destination, about the history of the country and the culture of Tajikistan?
Okay. Let's start about the destination of our republic, Tajikistan. Our republic is southeastern part of Central Asia. In the west and north, we are borders with Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan.
Okay.
South with Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Okay. So basically, you're sharing your borders with 4 countries majorly: Afghanistan, China, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan.
Also, yes. This.
Okay.
About climate of our republic, it's dry continental with big variety in different areas. From hot dry desert in Hatland to cold harsh weather at eastern Pamir.
So to put it in simple words about the climate, from which month you get the snowfall in your city, majorly near Dushanbe and the surrounding areas? Where do you get snowfall?
Our snowfall begins from December till February.
Okay.
And we have a very good places for snow games, just like Safed Dara, if you are informed.
Yes. I'm aware. We'll talk about Safed Dara as well. It's a part of our training program. Now, can you tell me the highest and lowest temperature in winters and summers? Both the seasons.
Our winter is not very cold. It begins from just 5 degrees plus and maximum minus 10, minus 15.
Okay.
And it's not very cold in Dushanbe and nearest areas, but it's very cold in Pamir till minus 50 degrees in winter.
So what you're saying is that in Dushanbe city, it's never too harsh weather. Even if there is snowfall around, the weather is pleasant.
Yes, that's right. And also we have equally 4 seasons. In winter we have winter. In summer we have summer. Also about autumn and spring.
So what is the highest temperature? What is the hottest weather in summer season which you get?
The hottest season in Dushanbe is just hotter because around maximum 40 degrees plus. 42 degrees plus.
42 degrees is real hot. Yes, I would call it really hot.
It's in August, in June month when summer is going good.
Tell us about the history of the country, Mr. Buzur. How Tajikistan is connected with the European countries and the neighboring Asian countries.
Yes, of course. The history of Tajikistan begins from very it begins from Samanid imperials and but one second. One second.
No, what we are aware about the history of Tajikistan is that Tajikistan played an important role in Silk Route. During the Silk Trade, when it used to happen from Europe to the Asian countries, Tajikistan played an important role. While being a part of the Silk Route.
Yes, of course. We are a part of the Silk Road, and Silk Road begins from China and to Europe. Well, just
Also, if you can, talk about the Russian influence on Dushanbe and Tajikistan, because I think for a very long period, Tajikistan was under the Russian rule. So, how the cultures are different when you talk about Tajik culture and Russian culture?
yes, from 1924, we was under Soviet Republic. And in 1994, we get independent.
Now, one more thing, we find really similar with the Tajik and, Indian culture is that, your culture is very similar to our Kashmir culture, the kind of culture we are following in the north part of India, especially Jammu and Kashmir, is almost the same which you follow in Tajikistan. So how is this interrelated, and is it actually true?
Yes, this is true. With Kashmir and also with Afghanistan and Iranian, it's very similar.
Even your folk dance, your dress, your traditional dresses are also the same as Kashmir culture.
Yes, that's right. It's very similar with Kashmir culture.
Now, Mr. Buzur, if you can see on your screen, we have, we're going to talk about the cuisines, the food of Tajikistan. If you can see on your screen, some dishes are there. Can you just give us an idea about what these dishes are all about?
The traditional food of Tajikistan, the Tajik cuisine, which is similar to Afghan, Russian, and Uzbek cuisine. The national dish of the country is plov, like with Uzbekistan also. Another traditional dish of the country is kurutop, which is eaten, yes. Our national food is shirchoy. Shirchoy, it's one of the main meals during breakfast time. Yes. The beverage consists of water, tea, milk, butter, and salt. Is the process to make shirchoy. The tea is added to a hot water, and it will be shirchoy. It's breakfast meal. So another we have oshi burida. It's a soup. This dish is very popular in the central part of our country. And the main ingredient of this meal is mountain onion, which is locally known as sialaf. It's
Okay, that's
grace, yes. Okay.
that is great. That is great. Now, tell me something. We are talking about handling Indian clients now. Now, when Indian clients would be going to Tajikistan and mainly Dushanbe, which is the international airport, which you have is Dushanbe International Airport. I would like you to let our clients know that what kind of arrangements do we have for Indian people for food? Do we have vegetarian food available? Because Indians are quite specific about having vegetarian food.
One more, please. You are wanting about tickets or something?
No. I want to know about Indian food. What kind of Indian food you have available? How many restaurants do you have in Dushanbe and surrounding areas? And do you have vegetarian food available?
Yes. We have some Indian restaurant, Indian cuisine in Tajikistan. They are Daily Darbar, Bollywood,
Bollywood, okay.
Yes, Taj. And there are 3 or 4 very good Indian cuisine, Indian restaurants that can serve our food.
And I'm sure arranging vegetarian food shouldn't be a problem.
Vegetarian, they can also organize vegetarian food that we are we are receiving tourists from India before and from Pakistan. They can organize vegetarian foods also without meat, something like that.
Without meat. Okay. That is great. Now, we want to know about, the main capital of the country, Dushanbe. What is the culture of Dushanbe? And, people have this feeling that it is Tajikistan. When you talk about Stan countries, so people get a different perception in their mind. So can you just clarify about the culture, the standard of living of people, how they are living in Dushanbe city?
Okay, about Dushanbe is the capital of Tajikistan. It's not a big city. It's a small city, and it consists of 4 districts. One of them is Shah Mansur, Sino, Ismoili Somoni, and Shah Mansur too.
Okay.
The city is one of the main courses for travelers, for tourists, because they have a lot of seaside here.
How about the culture in Dushanbe? Are they very orthodox people, thinking in old ways, or you see very modern people? What is the lifestyle in Dushanbe?
Dushanbe, about the name of Dushanbe means like Monday in the Tajik language.
Okay.
Because it was before it was a market by this name. The main street of the city is Prospect Rudaki. Dushanbe is city in a constant state of flux that's still trying hard to grow alongside poverty. The history of civil war, which destroyed the streets in the 19th, has lined up the place with leafy good boulevard and in ruin.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Buzur, okay, so I want to know about how the people are. Are they modern? Are they talking in English? What about the language English in the Dushanbe city?
Okay, uh, as our national language is Tajik, our people can speak Tajik, Persian, and also all the people can very excellently speak in Russian, as we are coming from Soviet Union. There is a lot of people, especially young men that speaking in English.
Okay. What about your education system? How many years you have to study in school, and then how many years in college? What is the procedure in Tajikistan?
The education is like this. Secondary school is we are learning 11 years from 1 to 11 class, and after the university consists of 5 years of education. Also,
Okay.
also we have PhD and other scientific magistry, but this is
so, which means that major part of your population are educated. They are educated people.
yes, of course. Before it was very bad this statistic, but at the moment, the most of young people are educating.
Okay, which is great. What about the medical facilities? Are there enough hospitals to look after the medical issues? Or let's say if a tourist is going, and if tourist has a, God forbid, if they meet any accident or if they fall sick, then do you have enough medical facilities available readily to look after the tourist?
Okay, the medical system is also in very good conditions. We have a very fast ambulance. Also, we have 5 or 6 medical hospitals. It's very good. A lot of Indian, Afghan, and other students come to study here, so it's very good.
Okay, that's something good. Now we're going to talk about the main hotspots, which you can say top selling or top viewed places of Tajikistan, and we're going to start with few places which I'm going to show on your screen. I want you to help us and help our partners understand these places and how to connect to these places. So, the top place which I have in my list is Iskandar Kul Lake. So, can you tell us how to connect to Iskandar Kul Lake and what are the facilities available and what all a tourist can do when they go to Iskandar Kul Lake?
Thank you. The most attraction place in Tajikistan is Iskandar Kul Lake. Iskandar Kul is a mountain lake of glacier origin in Tajikistan, Sugd province. It lies at an altitude of 2,195 meters on the northern slopes of the Gisar range in the Fan Mountain. Triangular in shape, it has a surface area of 3 and 4 kilometers and is up to 72 meters deep. The water of the lake remains cool during summer, and even if you love swimming, you should restrain from swimming here because it's a risky. The lake lives with meeting glaciers, and the glacier is only a distance of few kilometers.
Can you tell us, Mr. Buzurg, how much time does it take to reach Iskandar Kul Lake from Dushanbe city?
From Dushanbe, around 120 kilometers. From Dushanbe till Iskandar Kul.
till Iskandar Kul. And
Yes.
how much time a tourist can actually spend if they go to Iskandar Kul Lake?
You mean in the road?
Yeah, the road and what all they can do at Iskandar Kul Lake. What all activities can be done?
Uh, it takes 2 hours from one side, and we can organize there a picnic for guests. It have a very attractive nature, so we can
What about
organize.
fishing? People can do fishing in the lake?
Yes, yes, of course, of course. We can organize fishing, picnic, and hiking to the mountains, because there there is a big mountain and glaciers, so we can organize like this activity.
This is good. This is good. And what if somebody would like to stay near Iskandar Kul Lake? So is there a facility available if somebody would like to stay near Iskandar Kul Lake?
For this section, there is also available hotels and houses among the mountains. We can stay there for 1 night or for 2 nights.
We can stay. And you think it's possible to provide food? What about the food if we carry something from our side? Or do you have local restaurants available near Iskandar Kul Lake?
There is available restaurants there, the local restaurants, like with national food. But we can also organize vegetarian food or something, what we need.
Okay, so
it's impossible. Yes.
It's possible, you mean to say? Okay. All right. Now we come to the second, highlight of our destination, which is the Pamir Highway. Of course, the Pamir Mountains, which is more like the wall of Tajikistan. So, can you tell us how much time does it take to reach Pamir Highway, and what people can do there?
Okay. About Pamir Highway, it's also very attraction place for tourism. Pamir Highway is one of the most dangerous and adventurous route in the world. Traveling on the second highest highway in the world can be the trip of the lifetime. The highway is paved and unpaved both. Unpaved parts make it more dangerous, but this highway has been historically used as one of the old skill routines for trade. Pamir Highway runs from Kharok in Tajikistan to Osh in Kyrgyzstan. One cannot be just excited to travel on this road. Chills and thrills comes automatically with one travel on this way. And
can you tell me, Mr. Buzurg,
yes.
if any special permission is required if you need to go to Pamir Highway? Because is it under the government, security area? So do we require any special permission to reach Pamir Highway?
Yes. It needs permission, but permission is not very high price. It's low cost, and we can organize it. It's one of the part of this tour. We can organize the permission without any problems.
How much time does it take to reach Pamir Highway from Dushanbe?
The road is very dangerous, and that's why from Dushanbe to Pamir takes time like 7-8 times. From Dushanbe till Pamir.
Okay.
It takes 7-8 hours by car.
By car. Yes. Okay. We see a lot of valleys and a lot of mountain area near and around Tajikistan. But we like you to give us an idea about few things which are inside the city. Now, can you tell us most important places to visit within Dushanbe?
Within Dushanbe, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. One second. One second. Let's start. In
Okay.
Dushanbe, we have a lot of seaside. One of them is Ismaili Samoni Monument.
Mhm.
The Ismaili Monument is our main monument that one of Dushanbe's most noteworthy present, they landmarks, the sculpture commence the 10th century, founder of the Samanid line, with a craftsmanship deco quality to the structure of the landmarks, golden casing and unmistakable position of friendship. It has become a key meeting point in the city. Another seaside is Warsaw, George.
Mhm. Warsaw Gorge, I think it's the mountain area around Dushanbe. Let's talk about this flagpole which you have in Dushanbe.
Yes, we have, as you know, the Dushanbe flagpole is a flagpole situated before the place of nations in Dushanbe, in Tajikistan. At 165 meters, it was the tallest detached flagpole on the planet from its consummation in 2011 until 2014. Erection of the 171-meter Jeddah flagpole. It was its first place, and after Jeddah, it's in second place with 165 meters. Color.
Okay, okay. What about this museum? We see a National Museum of Tajikistan.
The National Museum of Tajikistan is a museum in Dushanbe, the capital of city. The National Museum of Tajikistan is made out of 4 show divisions: Department of Natural History, Department of Ancient and Medieval History, Department of Modern and Contemporary History, and Fine Applied Arts.
Okay, okay. Now, is it a part of our tour itinerary when we take people to National Museum?
We have also a biggest library in Dushanbe.
No, what I need to know, Mr. Buzurg, is, so do we actually take our people to all these places when tourists are coming?
Yes, of course. We have tour for it, a city tour.
Mm-hmm.
All these places are included.
Mm-hmm. What about this place called Victory Park? What happens there in Victory Park? Is something, yeah.
Victory Park, Triumph Park offers probably the best beautiful perspective on the Tajik capital, Dushanbe. We built it in Soviet time,
Mm-hmm.
when in Second World War, the Soviet Union defeated the Nazis.
So basically, it's for the people who lost their lives in Second World War, and
yes, of course.
you know, for those people, this park was made. It's more like a homage to your lost soldiers.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Hmm. And I remember visiting this place, Rudaki Avenue, which is
Ah,
center of the city.
yes, yes. The Ryudaki Avenue is our most effective avenue in the city because it's the primary lane road in Dushanbe, the capital of Tajikistan. The road is named
Okay.
after Rudaki, the Tajik national artist.
I would like
The
to
road goes.
show,
Yes.
some glimpse of the city. I remember going to Dushanbe city sometimes back, and I want to show some glimpse of the city to our people here. And let's have a look at some of the videos which I happened to record while I was in the city. It'll give them a
मिठागा
fair idea
खाइदिनु
of
पहिले
how the
जना
city
पछि त
looks like.
तू त त्यही भएर गइदो रहेछि थालैदो रहेछ
This is how the city looks like when you're moving in the city in the night time.
No sound. Please increase your volume.
And this one is another video, and this is actually of the Rudaki Avenue. I'm sure you can relate it to. Now, the best part, which I really liked about the city, is that every day the city is lit up so beautifully well. And you see in this video, this entire road is such nicely decorated. It's a pretty long road, and I think the entire road is decorated. It's a beautiful way of decorating the city. And tell me, Mr. Buzurg, is it like on a normal day, the city is decorated like this?
Yes, this is a normal decorated city because our city is named after city of the flowers, and now it becomes more beautiful.
Okay. Now we're going to give some brief idea about the flight connections for Dushanbe to our people, and it's very important to understand how to connect to Dushanbe. So right now we have a direct flight in place to Dushanbe, which is Somon Air, and Somon Air is operating, twice a week as of now. On your screens, you can see the departure timings, and this is how we are connecting. So basically, it's easy to go for a 3 nights halt, 4 nights halt, or maybe somebody would like to go for a 7-night stay to Dushanbe city and the nearby areas. So that can be easily covered, with this flight. It's a pretty decent flight with 189 seats, and you get meals, you get luggage facility, so everything is there. And along with this, I would also like to give you an idea about the visa policy of Tajikistan. Now, Tajikistan visa is, again, as we mentioned in our previous training sessions of Bishkek as well, it's very simple. All you need to do is just go online. They have an online visa process in place. Go online, apply a visa. You need to upload your passport copies and your photograph, and there is a stipulated time of about 5 to 7 working days. So within 5 to 7 working days, you can easily get your visa approved online. In case you face any issues, DMCs like our company is there to help you apply the visa. Of course, nowadays you require, if you're doing any international travel, it's important to procure PAN card copy as well. So keep that in mind, that whenever you're traveling, you must carry your PAN card. You must provide your PAN card copy to the travel agent. And now, tell me, Mr. Dulgarbek, when our people are coming to Dushanbe, in past when you have seen, so what kind of hotels you have there? Do you have enough 5-star hotels available in Dushanbe to look after?
When we start to receive tourists, we have 3 5-star hotels. This is Hyatt Regency Dushanbe, 5-star hotel. Hilton Dushanbe, this is also 5-star hotel, and also Serena Hotel. There is 3 5-star hotels, and we have around we have more than 20 hotels, from 5 to 4 and 3 stars hotels.
Okay. And I remember visiting Hyatt Hotel. Hyatt Hotel is near to a lake. And again, Hilton is, I think, owned by an Indian owner. So I think providing Indian food in those hotels is not a problem. Even Hyatt Hotel has an Indian chef in their team of chefs.
Of course. This Indian menus, vegetarian also menus, in these 5-star hotels, in these 3 5-star hotels, is in good conditions. In Hyatt, in Hilton, also in Serena, we can organize Indian menu without any problem, because they have a lot of Indian chefs there working.
Okay. And, let's say if a travel agent comes up with a big group of let's say 100 people, 150 people. So how do we go about organizing food for such a big group? So do we have big banquets here, or the restaurants have the capacity to look after 150 people or 200 people at one time?
Especially this Hyatt Regency Dushanbe is a very big hotel. It consists of more than 240 rooms. They have 7 conference halls. Also, they have 3 restaurants. So we can organize even for 300 tourists in one.
In one go. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And how about some private banquets, in the city? So if we can do it in a private banquet where, people would like the scenic view, maybe a private resort within the mountains where people can organize a party.
About private banquets, it's not also problem. There is a lot of restaurants in Dushanbe. There is a lot of Indian restaurants, and our national cuisines that provide banquets.
Mhm.
Also, they can organize outside catering banquets, not in the
Okay.
restaurant, but in the place that you prefer.
Mhm. What about the nightlife of the city in Dushanbe? You know, do you have good clubs, international clubs, or pubs and bar? When our guests, if they feel tired after the day's sightseeing, they would like to go and refresh themselves. So, what kind of clubs do you have where people can go? Can you name some clubs to our people?
Of course, of course. In Dushanbe, there is a lot of nightclubs and pubs here. We have very good quality clubs like Royal Club, Opera Night Club, uh, Loft, and also we have pubs like Irish Pub, and another a lot of pubs and nightclubs operating in Dushanbe. So whole night, every tourist can refresh himself,
Hmm.
and that's very good.
That's wonderful, and I'm sure we can also assist with a guide who can definitely help them go to the clubs if they face any language issues. Now, can you also tell us, do you have international cuisine restaurants like Italian restaurants, Chinese, or continental?
Of course, about international cuisines, in this Hyatt Regency Dushanbe, there is a restaurant with a it names Focaccia Grill, and it serves as Mediterranean cuisine. Italian, there is a lot of pizza, there is a lot of burgers, uh, and in all our hotels, from 3-star hotel till 5-star hotel, they are
Hmm.
provide intercontinental cuisine, and there is no problem with it.
Hmm.
Also in Dushanbe, we have Chinese restaurants, Korean restaurants, Turkish cuisine, Ukraine, and it's not a problem.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Mr. Buzur, I think that was a wonderful information you have provided today. Now, in the next meeting for Tajikistan, when we have a training session, we are going to talk about some destination, some places in specific, like Hisar Fort, like Safed Dara, and some other areas around it. And we also going to understand, what else, what different we can do with your collaboration, because not just like a normal tourist, if we have an expertise in a destination, then what different we can come up with so our agents can be benefited out of it, our partners can be benefited out of it. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Buzurg from Dushanbe. And I would like to again just give a small recap to our agents. What we have done today is we have understood the basics of Tajikistan. We have understood how we can connect to Tajikistan. We have a direct flight which flies twice in a week. We also have a very simple visa process. We understood that the country is, really keen towards hospitality. They are, happy to help, serve Indians in their country. And at the same time, we also have people there in Dushanbe who can look after every requirement which you have, be it Indian food, be it your travel specifications, be it a 5-star hotels. We have hotels like Hilton, Hyatt, and Serena, which offers you the best of the luxury. And it doesn't matter what kind of traveler you are. If you are an adventurer, you are a mountain hiker, you are a honeymooner, or if you would like to go for a family holiday, or you want to enjoy the best of nightlife, Tajikistan offers you each and everything at one place. So here we comes to a conclusion to conclude the session for Tajikistan. And in the next session, we would like to tell you more about Tajikistan and some specific destination. Tomorrow, we are going to cover the details of Ukraine. how to connect with Ukraine, and what are the basic features which Ukraine offers, and how it's different from other CIS countries. So kindly join us at 3 p.m. tomorrow and know more about Ukraine as a tourist destination. I'm sure it's one of the European country, being in CIS sector, it is one European sector which people say that it's still untouched. And there are a lot of rumors and, a lot of fake information which people might have. So we'd like to clarify each and everything to our partners tomorrow. I thank you so much again to join us today. And I wish you all happy health and be safe, stay at home, look after your family and yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for these warm words. And next time we will organize a very good conference about this, all that you said.
Of course. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you.